Welcome back to the channel Liberty Coin Value. Today's episode is going to blow your mind. We're diving deep into the world of rare United States pennies, and not just any penny but the mysterious and ultra-valuable 1975 Ultra Lincoln cent. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that once sat quietly in a pocket or jar could now be worth an astonishing amount of money, over $120 or even more in certain conditions. Stick around because by the end of this video you might be rushing to check your own coin collection, drawers, or even the spare change in your car. You could be holding onto a tiny piece of history, a copper-colored jackpot that could change your life. Let's begin with a simple question: what makes the 1975 Lincoln cent so special? It's not made of gold or silver. It's just a 1-cent coin, right? Well, the answer lies in the details: the minting process, the metal composition, the historical background, and most importantly, the rare varieties that slipped through the cracks at the U.S. Mint. Let's take a journey through time all the way back to 1975.1975. It was a remarkable year in American history. The Vietnam War was drawing to a close. America was celebrating its upcoming bicentennial. And while people were busy with politics, pop music, and pop culture, the United States Mint was producing billions of Lincoln cents. Yes, over 5.4 billion Lincoln cents were minted in Philadelphia, and over 4.5 billion in Denver. These were everyday coins meant for circulation, tossed in vending machines, lost in couch cushions, or stacked in coin rolls. But among them, a few stand out, a few that collectors call the Ultra Lincoln pennies. Why are they called Ultra? Because they were struck with incredibly sharp dies, sometimes in proof-like quality, or show rare and mysterious errors that make them worth hundreds or even thousands of times their face value. The 1975 Lincoln cent features the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This design first appeared in 1909 to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday and has been a staple of U.S. coinage ever since. On the obverse, we see Lincoln facing right, the words "In God We Trust" across the top, Liberty on the left, and the date 1975 on the right. Coins minted in Denver have the small D mint mark below the date. On the reverse, the coin features the majestic Lincoln Memorial, a structure that honors the very man on the front with the words United States of America and 1 cent boldly displayed. These coins were struck in 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, weighing about 3.11 grams. That's heavier than today's pennies, which are mostly zinc with a thin copper coating. So why does this matter? Because the pre-1982 pennies like the 1975 Lincoln cent contain real copper, and with rising metal prices, even the melt value alone makes these coins more interesting to collectors. But we're not just talking about copper value today, we're talking about rare varieties, stunning errors, and high-grade examples that are worth serious money. Here's where things get really exciting. Within the 1975 Lincoln cent population, there are coins that are sharply struck with ultra-high detail, sometimes appearing almost proof-like despite being minted for general circulation. These are often referred to by collectors as Ultra Lincoln cents. Even more rare are the errors, coins that were misstruck or produced with anomalies at the mint. Let's look at some of the most valuable and desirable types collectors are hunting for. This error occurs when the die that strikes the coin shifts slightly, creating a doubling effect. Imagine seeing two of the same letters, just slightly apart. In 1975, a few Lincoln cents show doubling on the date, Liberty, or In God We Trust. If you have one, it could be worth $50 to over $500, depending on condition. When a coin is not properly centered during the minting process, you get an off-center strike. Some 1975 Lincoln cents have up to 50% of the design missing, which makes them incredibly collectible. Prices can range from $20 to $200 or more. These are caused by damage or flaws in the dies used to strike the coin. Some 1975 pennies show raised lines or blobs, especially near the date or Lincoln's face. These coins are worth more than face value and can fetch $10 to $100 depending on the severity. Regular 1975 penny in mint state 67 red condition, meaning it's shiny, untouched, and perfectly preserved, can sell for $120 or more at auction. That's 120 times its face value. Some collectors are willing to pay a premium just for flawless examples. So what is the current market value of a 1975 Ultra Lincoln cent? Let's break it down. Average circulated 1975 penny, worth 1 cent to 3 cents depending on copper prices. Uncirculated examples MS60 to MS65 worth between $1 to $20. High-grade coins MS67 or higher can sell for $120 or more, especially if certified by a top grading service like PCGS or NGC. Rare errors and varieties, depending on the type, can range from $50 to several $100s, and remember, coin values fluctuate. As more collectors enter the hobby and demand increases, the value of high-grade or rare error coins continues to rise. Now you're probably wondering, where can I find one of these valuable 1975 Lincoln cents? The answer is, anywhere. Check your old piggy banks, penny jars, and coin rolls. Ask your grandparents if they have old change stashed away. Visit garage sales, flea markets, and estate auctions. Even your local bank, ask for penny rolls and search through them. If you think you've found something special, get it graded by a professional. A coin certified as high grade or containing an error can multiply in value overnight. The 1975 Lincoln cent might seem ordinary at first glance, but under the right light, and in the right condition, it becomes a treasure hidden in plain sight. From rare double dies to ultra-sharp strikes and bizarre minting errors, this tiny copper coin carries more than just 1 cent of value. It carries history, mystery, and money. And don't forget this: every great coin collection began with one curious collector who decided to look a little closer. That could be you. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin stories, and share this video with anyone who might be sitting on a hidden coin fortune. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a 1975 Lincoln cent, or want help identifying your own coins. Who knows, your penny might be the next one we feature in a future video. Have you ever looked at a simple penny and thought, could this be worth a fortune? Well, today, we are diving deep into one of the most surprising stories in American coinage, the 1986 Ultra Lincoln 1 cent coin, a small copper-plated coin that could potentially be worth much more than just 1 cent. Some rare varieties of this coin have shocked collectors with their sky-high auction prices, and one particular piece has even been rumored to have fetched up to $425,000 in a private transaction. So grab your magnifying glass, coin collectors, and history lovers, because in this video, we're unraveling the hidden history, collector value, rarity, and market worth of the legendary 1986 Ultra Lincoln cent, and why it could be hiding in your pocket change right now. Let's start at the beginning. The year was 1986. Ronald Reagan was president, the Cold War was cooling, and in the world of American coinage, the United States Mint was producing billions of pennies. But not just any pennies. These were Lincoln cents, the longest-running design in U.S. history, originally introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. By 1986, the Lincoln cent had already gone through several changes. Prior to 1982, these pennies were made of 95% copper. But due to rising metal costs, the U.S. Mint switched in 1982 to a copper-plated zinc core, a change that created two different metal types in circulation. The 1986 pennies were made entirely of copper-plated zinc, except for rare errors or minting anomalies. But here's where things get very interesting. Not all 1986 Lincoln cents are equal. Among the billions produced, a tiny handful known today as Ultra Lincoln pennies have stunned collectors with their unusual strike quality, sharp features, rare minting errors, and even mysterious origins. So what exactly is an Ultra Lincoln cent coin? Experts and grading companies use the term ultra or ultra cameo to refer to coins with deep mirror-like surfaces and sharp, frosted details, characteristics usually found on proof coins. However, in the case of the 1986 penny, some circulated coins were found with incredibly sharp strike quality, unusual finishes, or mint errors that make them extremely desirable to collectors. Here are a few traits that could make your 1986 penny stand out. Double die obverse DDO. Some 1986 pennies feature doubling on the words I and God we trustm liberty, or the date 1986. This kind of doubling can dramatically increase a coin's value. Off-center strikes. If the coin was struck while misaligned, part of the design may be missing, a major plus for collectors. Wrong planchet errors. Extremely rare coins may have been struck on a dime planchet, or even a foreign coin blank. High-grade condition. If your penny has 0 scratches, full mint luster, and strong detail, it could qualify as MS67 or even higher. Which is where the big money comes in. Let's talk numbers. Most 1986 Lincoln cents in circulation are only worth their face value, 1 cent. But rare varieties and high-grade examples can sell for serious cash. According to auction records and private sales, here's what we know. A 1986 Lincoln cent graded MS-67 red by PCGS, one of the highest grades ever given, sold for over $1,800 at auction. Another era variety with strong doubling was reportedly sold for over $3,000 to a private collector. A rumored Ultra Lincoln, proof like 1986 cent, with a rare die finish and mint state perfection, has been rumored to sell for over $425,000 in a discreet collector deal. Although this sale hasn't been verified by major auction houses, it has sparked serious interest among advanced numismatists. Why such high value? Because collectors know that rarity, demand, condition, and mystery drive value in the coin world. When a coin stands out due to an anomaly or unique condition, and only a few exist in the world, its value can go from 1 cent to hundreds of thousands of dollars overnight. So, how can you find out if your 1986 penny is special? Here's a checklist you can follow at home. Look at the date and lettering under strong lighting. Check for doubling, especially on the word Liberty or the date. Inspect the surface and shine. Does it look unusually reflective, almost proof-like? That could be a sign of a unique minting anomaly. Check the coin's weight. A normal 1986 penny weighs about 2.5 grams. If it weighs more, around 3.1 grams, it may be on a copper planchet, an error worth big money. Look at the edges. A perfectly centered and sharply struck edge is a great sign. An off-center strike or missing lettering is even more desirable. Grade it professionally. Consider sending your coin to a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC for authentication and valuation. The small fee could result in a massive return. As of today, in 2025, the 1986 Ultra Lincoln penny continues to grow in collector interest. High-grade examples regularly fetch between $300 and $2,000 on eBay and in numismatic auctions. And while most ordinary 1986 pennies will never be worth more than a cent, the few ultra-rare examples, especially era coins or those in perfect condition, can command prices up to $425,000 or more, depending on rarity and collector demand. And with rising interest in era coins and rare pennies, the value could continue climbing. Coin dealers and treasure hunters are now more alert than ever, so don't ignore that old jar of coins sitting in your kitchen. You might be holding a numismatic jackpot and not even know it. So there you have it, the incredible story of the 1986 Ultra Lincoln cent, a coin that proves even the smallest things can hold great value. From a common coin in your pocket to a collector's treasure worth over $425,000, this little penny has captured the attention of the entire numismatic world. Are you checking your change yet? If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell for more amazing stories about the hidden treasures in American coins. Tell us in the comments, have you ever found a rare penny? This is told you that a simple 1-cent coin from 1995 could be hiding ultra-rare secrets, and that some versions of this tiny copper treasure could be worth way more than 100 times their face value. Stick around, because today we're diving deep into the story of the 1995 D Ultra Lincoln cent, a seemingly ordinary penny that's turning heads in the coin collecting world. Cut to high-quality image of a 1995 D Lincoln penny. Zoom in slowly on the No-Mintmark. Welcome back to Numismatics Coins History, the channel where we explore rare coins, hidden treasures, and the incredible history behind everyday currency. If you're passionate about coins or even just curious about that old penny you found in your drawer, make sure you hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon, because you won't want to miss the discoveries we uncover here. Now let's jump right into the heart of today's story, the mysterious and valuable 1995 D Lincoln penny. Also known in numismatic circles as one of the most interesting ultra variants to ever roll off the Denver Mint. The year is 1995. Bill Clinton is president. The internet is just starting to grow, and millions of pennies are being minted across the United States. Among them, over 7 billion Lincoln cents were struck that year, including a massive quantity from the Denver Mint identified by the small d beneath the date. At first glance, these coins looked just like every other penny. They featured the iconic bust of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the stately Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But here's where the story starts to heat up. Not all 1995 D pennies are created equal. Some collectors and sharp-eyed enthusiasts began to notice subtle but powerful variations, from ultra-sharp strikes, unusual luster, to minor errors and doubled designs, making certain 1995 D pennies incredibly valuable. These are what collectors now refer to as Ultra Lincoln pennies, coins so finely struck, so crisp in detail, or so uniquely flawed that they command premium prices in the numismatic market. What makes the 1995 D Ultra Lincoln Cent so special? So you might be asking, what exactly makes a 1995 D penny ultra? The answer is a combination of three powerful factors. First, condition. Most pennies circulate quickly, bouncing from hand to hand, getting scratched, worn, and dulled. But an Ultra Lincoln penny is one that managed to survive in pristine, mint state, or even MS67 or MS68 condition, which is extremely rare for this date and mint mark. Coins graded this high show no signs of wear, have a brilliant shine, and razor-sharp detail. These are the coins that can bring in hundreds, sometimes even thousands of dollars at auction. Second, strike quality. Some 1995 D pennies were struck with such force and precision that Lincoln's profile looks almost three-dimensional. You can see every wrinkle in his coat, every strand of hair, and even ultra-sharp corners of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. These are the details that make collectors go wild. Third, rarity of variety. While not as famous as the 1995 double die from the Philadelphia Mint, some Denver minted coins have shown unique striking anomalies. Coins with die cracks, off-center strikes, cut errors, or repunched mint marks are worth paying attention to. A rare error in great condition, that's the jackpot. Let's talk money. How much can your 1995 D Ultra Lincoln penny be worth in 2025? Well, if you're holding a circulated coin, its value might be just a few cents above face value. But a true uncirculated example, especially those graded MS66 or above by reputable services like PCGS or NGC, can easily fetch $50 to $260 or more. Yes, you heard that right, up to $260 for a 1-cent coin, and that's just the beginning. Some extremely rare specimens with certified mint errors or top-tier grades have reportedly sold for even higher at online auctions and collector conventions. The demand for high-grade 1990s pennies is growing fast, especially as more collectors begin to focus on modern-era coins. How to identify a valuable 1995 D Lincoln penny? Now here's where you come in. Grab your magnifying glass or a coin loop and start hunting. Here are some key things to look for. Check the mint mark. Is it clearly struck? Is it possibly repunched? Look for sharp, crisp features on Lincoln's portrait and the Lincoln Memorial. Examine the coin under good lighting. Any signs of doubling, off-centering, or die breaks? Pay attention to the luster and shine. Coins with full original red color are especially prized. Finally, consider getting it graded if it looks flawless. And if you think you've got something special, don't hesitate to reach out to a local coin dealer, post it on numismatic forums, or get a professional evaluation. The small cost of grading might turn that penny into a mini treasure. Why collectors love this coin? The 1995 D Lincoln Cent holds a special place in collectors' hearts because it represents a turning point, a bridge between old-school copper coins and the modern zinc-based cents. It's a common coin with uncommon potential. Many collectors are now hoarding pristine 1990 cents, anticipating that demand will rise as these coins become harder to find in untouched condition. Some investors are even betting that coins like the 1995 D Ultra Lincoln Cent will be tomorrow's hidden gold mines. So here's the million-dollar question, or should I say the $260 question. Do you have one of these hidden gems in your collection? Take a few minutes today and check your penny jars, old coin albums, or even that change dish sitting on your dresser. You never know, that dusty penny from 1995 with a little d under the date could be your ticket to something far more valuable than you'd expect. This coin teaches us an important lesson. Sometimes the smallest things carry the biggest surprises. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the fascinating world of the 1995 D Ultra Lincoln Cent. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment about your own coin discoveries, and subscribe to our channel for more amazing numismatic stories. And remember, every coin has a story, and you could be holding a piece of history worth far more than you think. Outro music builds on screen text. Subscribe, like, share, comment your coin story. Final shot. A slow zoom in of a glowing, perfectly preserved 1995 D Lincoln penny rotating under a spotlight. Until next time, keep collecting, keep exploring, and keep your eyes open, because your next coin could be the key to a hidden fortune. Today we dive deep into a coin that may not look rare at first glance but has taken the interest of collectors, appraisers, and even treasure hunters around the world. We are talking about the 2006 Ultra Lincoln penny, a United States 1-cent coin that's more than just a piece of copper. With a growing buzz in the collector's market and an emerging value of up to $35, this little penny is attracting big attention. So don't go anywhere, because by the end of this video, You'll know how to spot a potentially valuable 2006 penny in your own collection and how to sell it for the best price. Let's begin with a look at the history of this coin. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American coinage since 1909, first issued to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and Lincoln was the perfect symbol of American integrity, courage, and leadership. Fast forward nearly a century to the year 2006. This year was the penultimate issue of the Lincoln Memorial Reverse, which had been used since 1959. The Lincoln Memorial design on the back of the coin was about to be retired in 2008 in favor of the new Lincoln Bicentennial Series, so the 2006 pennies represent the final era of a classic American design, and that alone makes them nostalgic and collectible for many. But there's more. What sets the 2006 Ultra Lincoln penny apart from a regular 2006 cent? This term Ultra Lincoln is used by some collectors to describe coins that are in extraordinary condition, often graded as MS66, MS67, or higher, or those with proof-like qualities, mirror fields, or striking errors. These special attributes make them extremely desirable. Now here's what to look for: sharp, clear details on Lincoln's coat, beard, and hair, a deep lustrous red shine with no discoloration, no visible wear on the high points, especially his cheek and jaw, clean, bold strike and strong rim definition. In some cases, doubling or die cracks are present, which adds value if you find a 2006 Lincoln penny with any of these features. Don't spend it, you could be holding a coin worth up to $35 or more. Let's talk about the physical characteristics of the 2006 penny. The 2006 Lincoln cent is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, with a standard weight of 2.5 grams. The obverse features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln facing right, while the reverse showcases the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. You can find these pennies minted at 3 different locations: Hesitant Face Mint Mark, San Francisco Proof. Only among these, the proof versions struck in San Francisco are highly polished and struck multiple times for that ultra-shiny, mirror-like finish. These coins, when kept in pristine condition, are among the most valuable examples of the 2006 penny. Now you might be wondering, why would someone pay $35 for a coin that says 1 cent? It's all about condition, rarity, and demand. Coins that are in perfect mint state, MS condition, especially those graded by top agencies like PCGS or NGC, can fetch significant premiums. Collectors are always on the hunt for high-grade examples to complete their sets, especially for common-date coins like the 2006 cent, which are surprisingly hard to find in perfect condition due to mass circulation. In recent years, auction records and online sales have shown the 2006 Lincoln penny selling between $15 and $35, with some rare proof-like errors or off-center strikes selling for even more. Some double-die obverse DDO varieties and coins with planchet errors can skyrocket well beyond the $35 mark depending on rarity and condition. Here's how to check if your penny is worth money. Examine under a magnifying glass. Look for doubling, especially on the words "In God We Trust" or "Liberty." Check the color. A full red RD finish means it's in mint condition, no scratches or where even small blemishes can lower the value. Check the strike. Bold, clear details are a great sign. Look for die cracks or off-center strikes. These are known error types and can increase value significantly. If your coin looks promising, consider sending it to a professional grading company. A certified grade adds major credibility and boosts its market price. If you think you have a valuable 2006 penny, here's where you can sell it. eBay. You can list it yourself or look at completed sales for pricing guidance. Heritage auctions, trusted by collectors and dealers for high-value coins. Local coin shops, great for instant evaluations and cash offers. Online coin forums and groups, you can connect directly with collectors interested in modern rarities. Coin shows, a great place to meet buyers, dealers, and experts in one place. But remember, presentation matters. Always take clear, close-up photos and provide full details when listing your coin. The market for modern collectible coins is growing. People are realizing that not only old coins are valuable. Even relatively recent issues like the 2006 Ultra Lincoln penny can become highly collectible due to condition, scarcity in high grades, and error variety. As more collectors enter the scene, the demand and price for top-quality coins are going up. So if you have a sharp eye, patience, and a bit of luck, your pocket change could be a goldmine. So, the next time you come across a 2006 Lincoln penny, don't just toss it into a jar. Take a closer look, because that little coin might be worth $35 or more, and could be a key piece in someone's collection. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. We post weekly deep dives into rare coins, historical currency, and hidden treasures from American coinage. And remember,